Ciao everyone, I'm Marcella Rago and welcome back to Cooking with Nonna. Today I'm going to be doing a really special Sicilian recipe. This has been really highly requested and I have a wonderful guest to help me make it. This is Nonna Angelina. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, how are you? I'm Angelina Purpura and I'm coming from Carini, provincia di Palermo.
Yep, so Carini is a little village, not so little, I'm sorry.
Not so little, not so
No,
little.
it's very nice.
It's about 20,000, even more people.
Maybe even more.
Yeah. When I left, though, 1950 was 15,000.
And now maybe there's a few
Now
more.
it's lots more.
And it's very close to Palermo. Caponata is eaten all over Sicily.
All over. Everybody knows how to make a caponata.
Do you know how to make caponata?
Yes, yes.
So caponata is like an eggplant and sauteed vegetables mixture that people typically eat as an antipasto or a side dish in Sicily. And it's eaten room temperature because this dates back to how Nonna used to preserve things. Back when there was no refrigeration, people often eat things that had some sugar, some vinegar, some salt in them so they could stay fresh without refrigeration.
My name is Angelina Purpura. I was born in Carini, Sicily, and I was raised there till I was 18 years old. And then I came in this country and I was already married. And in the beginning it was art because you don't understand English. And, I was crying every night. I want to go back. But, and because my husband don't come with me. He remained in Carini. And then I had to make all the papers for him to come, and it took a year. So when he came, I was a little better, but still, I miss Carini, I miss Italy, I miss all my friends, my cousins, my aunt. But, then you started to get used to this country. At first, I said, as soon as I be here 10 years, I'm leaving, I'm go back. But, you started having kids. And just you raise your kids and you don't want to leave them, and that's it. Me and my husband, we work hard. We raised 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. The name is Laura, Richie, and Sam. That's my 3 kids. Now I got 7 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren that I love them very, very much. They're my life. My favorite thing to cook is whatever the kids like. I always do whatever they like better. But, make a pasta. My husband used to love a pasta, and I used to make a pasta every night, different way. One night I make a pasta, soup. Another night I make beans. Another night sauce. And I like a fresh sauce. I will eggplant on top of the pasta. The kids will love it, especially in the summer. The eggplant is delicious. Today I'm going to make a caponata. It's a special Sicilian, special from Palermo. This is something that everybody in Sicily makes, but it takes a little time to make.
Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients for our caponata.
Si.
So we have eggplant, of course.
Yeah.
And how do you pick a perfect eggplant for caponata?
Well, the way I pick is if it's light, that means it doesn't have a lot of seeds.
Right. And if it's nice and dark.
And nice and dark.
And shiny.
Don't get the one light like light purple, because that's very hard. They got a lot of seeds inside.
It's like a young eggplant. You want a nice mature eggplant.
No, mature. Too mature, then make a seeds.
No, but nice.
Nice and black.
Nice
and light.
And lightweight is very important because of the seeds, of course.
Yes, it is.
Do you think it's easier to choose a man or to choose an eggplant?
No, it's just an eggplant.
It's easy?
Yeah, it's easy.
At least we eat too.
Esatto.
So what else do we need for our caponata?
You need capers, sugar, celery, crushed tomato, vinegar, green olive, roast almond, onions, and olive oil.
Okay, great. So what's the first thing we're gonna do?
The first thing you do, you cut the eggplant in cubes.
Okay, so we're gonna cut our eggplant in cubes. So Nana was telling me that she likes to put her eggplant in a colander, sprinkle some salt, and drain it. Now, here's the thing. I get this question all the time. To drain or not to drain, that is the big eggplant dilemma. And I think what it really comes down to is a personal habit with that, because my family never drained an eggplant in our entire life, and we were fine. But she was always used to draining her eggplant, and I think it has to do with the fact that eggplant used to be much more bitter, and now since people farm them in a mass way, they're a little less bitter, a little bit more mild. So it's not always necessary to remove that kind of bitterness. What you would want to do that for, though, is because of moisture. So you want to kind of remove as much moisture as possible from the eggplant,
Esatto.
because we're going to fry it.
Sì.
So oil and water, not so good. So for this recipe, I personally would drain the eggplant. And how long are you going to drain it for?
Well, usually I put the salt and I let it go for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I rinse it
Okay.
and dry and fry, till the golden brown.
Okay, perfect. So just put it in a colander, sprinkle some salt. You want to put some kind of weight on top of it, and then
yes.
you put a plate underneath to catch any of the moisture. Okay, and we're going to leave the skin on this eggplant too.
Yes, because otherwise they're going to open and they're going to become like a cream. You don't want that.
So we leave the skin on because you want something to hold your eggplant together. Otherwise, it's going to become mushy, just like she said.
Yes.
So we're going to put this over here, and we're going to get our oil going. Okay. So what kind of oil are we going to use to fry our eggplant?
Vegetable oil.
So vegetable oil, I like to use vegetable oil with a little bit of olive oil inside, just for the olivey flavor. But if you're into vegetable oil, you're into corn oil, just don't use extra virgin olive oil, because that has a lower smoking point and it'll make a big mess.
Exactly.
So how do we know when our oil's ready?
When you try one, when it started to fry very hard, that means it's ready. You put it the rest.
Okay.
See?
Yep.
Now it's hard.
Perfect. So we're just going to get the rest of our eggplant in our oil. And we're just going to fry until golden brown.
Esatto.
Takes a few minutes.
Yeah.
Also, whenever you have new oil and you're frying something, whether it's eggplants, chicken cutlets, if the oil is new, it takes a little bit longer sometimes to get your desired color. So if that happens, just hold on, just wait a few more minutes. So the reason that Nonna drains her eggplant also is so it doesn't absorb too much oil
Too much rye.
in the
And,
frying.
and the salt, like they get a little bit of salt.
Okay, Nonna, so what do you think? These are done?
See.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm going to shut off the oil. And we're going to add these to some that we've already fried.
Yes.
And we have
Beautiful.
with the paper towels in the bowl to catch
Like
the
this.
oil.
Yes.
Beautiful, you like?
That's the way I make it.
So we're just going to get these in our bowl, and we're going to let the paper towels absorb the rest of the oil, and then we're going to move on to the next step,
Next step.
and that's making all the rest of our condiments.
Esatto.
Okay. So I'm just going to move the oil right out of the way. And the rest of our action is going to happen right in this saute pan. So now we have our saucepan with a little bit of water inside. We have about 1.5 inches of water. And what are we going to do in here?
You're going to put the celery till they become tender.
So I'm sorry, we have a little water and salt, and we're going to just boil our celery until it's tender. So about 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes the most.
5 minutes the most. Okay. Okay, so now our celery's been boiling for about 5 minutes and it's nice and tender.
Now what you want to do is get the capers and put inside there, and the olive.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn up the heat.
Yeah, and let it stay a couple minutes. Mix it, everything together.
Okay. And this is so the water takes out some of the saltiness from the olives and the capers. We're just gonna let that sit
Yes.
for a few minutes.
Few minutes, yeah. And then you drain it.
Alrighty. Okay, so now we've been soaking our capers and celery and olives together. We've removed some of the saltiness. And now we're just gonna take it out and transfer it to a plate.
Yes.
And we're gonna dump this water, but we're gonna keep the pan and we're gonna keep sauteing the rest of our ingredients in this pan. Okay, so Nona's just gonna take the pan for me.
Got more, yeah.
Oh, I got more? Sorry. She's being a nonna.
Yeah, you don't do that much.
No, we can't throw it away. Nothing gets by you, Angelina. I tried to sneak a few
Look,
bits of celery. Oh no, it's still no. Okay. I have to get every caper out of the pot, otherwise she's not gonna be happy. Still more? We can't let those go?
let it
Okay, let's let it go. Okay, so you just want to make sure that your saucepan is nice and dry because we're going to be sauteing with olive oil. And I'm going to turn this on for you.
Not bad.
Like this is good with the big one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to turn the stove on and Nonna is going to take over sauteing and bringing all the magic together. Okay.
Okay. Now put the oil.
Got some extra virgin olive oil and some onions, some chopped onions. Okay. And we just want to saute them for a little bit
Yeah.
until they're nice and translucent and soft. So do you cook a lot with your grandchildren?
Yes, I do.
And do they
Every
listen to you?
Sunday and every night.
Do they listen to you? Because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, well, some of them they're interested, some of them are not. But I got the little one. It is very interesting. The girl, Isabella, very interested cooking. They want to help me all the time.
Oh, it's like you have more people than a restaurant. You have 7 grandchildren, you have 5 great-grandchildren.
And 3 kids and son-in-law and daughter-in-law.
But you're the boss.
I'm the boss.
If they don't
Nobody's going to tell me what to do
No?
when I cook. though,
Not even
when
me.
I cook. Well, we see.
listen, no, you're the boss today.
Okay, now it's time to put the crushed tomato.
So we have some canned crushed tomatoes. Just put it in? Okay. And again, if you guys need exact measurements and the full recipe, just head over to cookingwithnonna.com. We have a link below to the recipe on the website. And a little bit of salt, right?
Salt, a little bit more.
More?
Now pepper,
Okay.
black pepper.
Some fresh black pepper in here. Tell me when to stop.
That's it.
Basta?
That's it.
Okay. We're just going to let this saute together for a minute or two.
Soon as in about a minute, it's ready to put the celery.
So why do you think this is such a popular Sicilian recipe?
Well, because something that your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, they're all making, and now it become a tradition, and we all love it.
And in Sicily, there's eggplants everywhere.
I forget about it.
Forget about eggplant.
Forget about it.
So you gotta use them.
You gotta use them.
Oh,
Okay.
this is so wonderful.
Now you added the celery.
So now we're going to add our celery, olives, and capers back. Okay. And we want to let this saute together. Just going to get this out of the way. This way it starts to pick up all the flavors of the tomato sauce that we just made. And people make caponatas with different ingredients all the time. You don't have to use just this stuff. To me, caponata, the principles are so basic, just to parboil some things and then saute them all together, that you can really have a use what you have mentality with this. And that's really what the people in Palermo had when they started making caponata. It was based on, what do we have? We have eggplant, we have olives, we have capers, we have celery, and they started making caponata. It doesn't mean that you can't make caponata with anything else. You can make it with broccoli, cauliflower.
Yes, people put peppers.
Yeah, peppers. Throw whatever you want in there, but this is the traditional.
Esatto. So now you add the eggplant
Okay.
that we fried before.
So now we're ready to put our eggplant back in. So I'm just going to get this. Careful with the paper. Oh, that looks great. Uh-oh. Just shake it out. All right.
Now, while I'm do this, get the vinegar.
Okay.
And put the sugar. It doesn't melt.
So we have just some granulated sugar, and I'm going to put this in some red wine vinegar. Now, do you always use red wine vinegar?
Yes.
And I want to point out that everybody thinks that balsamic vinegar is the vinegar of Italy, but where does balsamic vinegar come from? It doesn't come from Sicily. It comes from Modena in the north of Italy. So back in the day, people probably had red wine vinegar hanging out because they had a lot of wine, and then it would go bad and it would become
a vinegar.
So they would use it. They wouldn't throw it away for any reason. So probably no balsamic vinegar in Carini, where Nonna comes from, back when she was a girl. Can't get all the,
Gotta get.
and we can't waste that either.
Give me. No, the sugar's got to.
Now, like I said before, the sugar, the vinegar, the salt, they all work to kind of cure and preserve the vegetables later, because caponata is something that's eaten right after you make it when it cools down, and it's also eaten as a conserva, and a conserva means a preserve of some sort. So
Yeah, when you preserve it, though, you got to put a little more vinegar.
vinegar and then oil on top to cover it.
Sometime, but you don't need it because it's got enough for oil. They get plain.
So you want to make sure you don't skip on the vinegar, especially because that's what's going to keep it fresh if you want to keep it for in a jar for a long time.
Esatto. But if you eat it, in the same day or the week, you got to put it what I just did. So now it's ready, and we wait a little bit until it cool off, and we put them in a serving plate with the almond, and everybody could eat it.
So we're going to take a little break and clean this all up, and when we come back, we're going to plate and taste our cooled caponata. Okay, our caponata has cooled down beautifully, and we are ready to plate and taste this, right?
Yes.
But first, Nonna adds her special little touch to this dish.
I'm going to put the
Toasted almonds.
toast almond crushed with sugar.
And you just want to mix those up a little bit, just a little bit of granulated sugar. And this is going to give our caponata a little sweetness and a little bit of crunch. I really love that she does this.
Okay, now you can put the
Very
caponata on
nice.
top.
Okay. You want to take this from you. Oh, this looks amazing. Just got to get it perfect.
You got to get it perfect.
Okay, and we gotta also put everything that is in this pan.
We're not going to waste nothing.
No, we don't waste anything on cooking with Nonna.
That's the juice. That's what give you the taste.
So you need the juice.
Exactly.
So you want me to pour the juice?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
Oh.
Okay, so now we sprinkle the rest of the almonds just on top, just to give it a little extra crunch.
Wait.
One gets away. Okay, I'll put it back. Okay. Everything's perfect.
Everything is ready
Ready to go.
to taste.
And now that we worked so hard on this, we got to taste it, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a plate for us. Just going to get
Just
a little bit, not too much.
not too much.
Not too much. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mmm.
Delicious.
Excellent. This is better than the one that I had when I was actually in Sicily.
Good. See?
This is so good. I cannot wait to make this. Holidays are coming up. This is a great dish to make, again, as a side dish, as an antipasto. Everybody's going to love caponata. You can eat it with everything. And I want to thank Nonna Angelina for being my nonna
And
today.
I'm going to thank you
Mwah.
to having me.
Of
It
course.
was an honor.
She's going to come back and she knows how to make so many things, and we can't wait to have her back. So if you like this video, please leave a nice comment in the section below. Visit the website, cookingwithnonna.com. Like us on Facebook, and share everything. I will see you next time, guys. Ciao. Say ciao.
Ciao.